as traditional as it comes. When you hear Posas, I bet your first thought is about their incredible tamales, which makes sense because that's how the restaurant and Tamale Factory got started back in 1955 from the original red chili pork tamales first made by Aurora Lujan.
Yeah, now decades later, they're continuing to serve up some of the best New Mexican food that all came from humble beginnings. Joining us today to tell us more about their food and their generational presence are Jeffrey Posa and Havana Posa Masano. Guys, welcome. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you, Logan.
Since 1955, believe it or not, that is a long time. Let's just dive right into Posas' long history in Santa Fe.
Well, it was my grandparents who started the tamale business back in 1955. They actually started in a cafe. It was close to the Roundhouse. It was in downtown Santa Fe, and they got kind of tired of the restaurant business and just started with their tamales. And the red chili pork tamale is the original recipe that my grandmother has been, she handed down to the family and just been keeping it up.
I love that.
Obviously delicious because,
there
wow,
are very,
1955?
Yeah, there are very few things in the world as good as a very classic traditional red chili pork tamale.
Yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about what makes Posas New Mexican food stand out from other places.
Well, I'll tell you what, we start with our family recipes that have been handed down through my parents, through myself. My parents kept the tamale business going till about the 90s, and then that's when I started up the restaurants in Santa Fe. And just the family recipes that I was very diligent in trying to keep original, and everything made from scratch. 90% of our restaurant menu is made from scratch.
Yes.
That's when you know it's good, when it's made from scratch,
definitely.
right?
It just sounds like it was in your DNA.
Right, absolutely.
It had to be, yes.
I love it.
Let's talk about the busy season for you guys. When is busy season?
Well, business season for every tamale maker is actually Christmas. Christmas has always been our traditional, very busy season. And, God bless, we've been doing a lot of catering now, though.
Good.
So any event that comes up, anything's from graduations to birthday parties to actually corporate meetings. Also, we do a lot of corporate catering.
Okay.
So it's been keeping our restaurant real busy all the way through. But yes, during the Christmas season, that's when we're pumping out a lot of tamales, because that's the biggest draw to our restaurant are the tamales.
Definitely.
Tamales during the Christmas season here
the
in
best.
Mexico.
Give them as gifts, get them as gifts. That's the perfect thing.
Exactly.
You have obviously that strong success, that strong connection in Santa Fe. But Jeffrey, you also have a connection here to Albuquerque. Can you talk with us a little bit about that?
Well, back in 2007, we moved to Albuquerque. I tried to get my kids in a better school district, and Santa Fe's been a great school district, but I kind of felt we needed to make a change. So we moved to Albuquerque in 2007, and my kids enrolled at La Cueva High School, and I've been a wrestling coach in Santa Fe for the longest time. And I actually had tried to retire from wrestling because I was going to be traveling back and forth from Albuquerque to Santa Fe, and thought to myself, I really don't have time to be coaching wrestling. But fortunately, La Cueva needed a wrestling coach, and I was asked to step in, and I did. And so I did that for about 8 years now.
Wow.
We've been living here since. My brother and his family moved to Albuquerque. They went to the La Cueva School District, are doing that right now. He still has a couple of kids in there. And he followed the coaching, gig after I did. So I was kind of trying to hold it for him because, he was a very successful high school and collegiate wrestler. So
Wow.
Cool.
There's the ABQ connection right there.
But you've also got quite the athletic connection, because this next question I'm very excited to ask about. Antonio Posa, I believe, yes?
Yep.
Was a luchador? Is this true?
Yes, that was my father. My father immigrated from Spain back in the early 60s. Actually, in 1958, he left Spain. He traveled the world, ended up in Mexico, where he competed for the world title, took the world title in 1962. Right about that time, that's when my mother, which she was from the Santa Fe area, she graduated high school. She went to Mexico to go visit her aunt and so they had a 3-month engagement, ended up getting married, and they were married for 58 years.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, they just knew. I
The
love
rest is
that.
history.
The Posas are all about wrestling and tamales.
That's I was about to say.
Do you have that on like a family crest or something?
Maybe,
feel
I don't
like
know.
there
I
needs
guess
to
that'll be it.
somewhere.
Havana, I want to talk to you about your role with Posas. Talk to me what you do.
It's a family business, so I help wherever I can, but mostly I help with marketing, social media, all the kind of stuff that maybe they don't want to deal with.
What does it mean to you to be part of this family business, one that is just so successful? Started in 1955. It's 2024 now, and you guys are thriving. What does it mean to be a part of a business like that?
It's always been a part of my family. It's part of me.
Yeah.
It's really cool when
Right.
people are like, "Oh, Posa's the tamales, right?"
We know.
We just know.
And I don't want to sound conceited, but it's always been very easy to market something that's so good.
Right.
So people will ask me, "Well, how do you sell them?" And I'm like, "Well, honestly, I give them a taste."
Yeah, they sell themselves.
Yeah,
They
That's
sell
the best
easy.
way to do it.
Yeah,
That's right.
they sell themselves.
Amazing stuff.
As we're winding down here, I have to ask the both of you, if someone has never experienced Posas and they come to your restaurant, what are they ordering for their first experience? What should they get?
Oh.
Well, for breakfast, tamale and eggs.
Okay.
There we go.
That's what I was gonna say.
I love it. I love it.
For lunch or dinner, our huevos rancheros
Ooh,
are to die
yeah.
for.
carne adobada.
Yeah, our carne
The
adobada.
carne adobada is very good.
Yeah.
We're going to need to bring
I
y'all
was gonna
back
say,
on the
I have
show
not-
and put you right over there in that kitchen with some food for us to try. If we want to know more about Posas, you have a website we can go to online?
Yes, SantaFeTamales.com.
There you go.
It's pretty informative, and
You can find us on Facebook and Instagram also.
Oh, perfect. Great.
Posas El Merendero.
If you
Covering
guys
all
are
the
looking to get that
bases.
tamales fix, Posas.
Check
There's
'em out.
no other place to go, really,
No, it
honestly.
sounds amazing. Jeffrey, Havana, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you so
thank you
much.
for having us.
Absolutely. For more information on everything we talked about, head over to KRQE.com and click on that New Mexico Living tab.